Right, should be live. Let me just jump in the seat. Just checking the volumes to the audio. It seems pretty good. Is that right? The in-game music could go down a bit. Okay, cool beans. Oh, I think we're golden. Oh, here we go. Let me adjust my seat. Oh, here we go. Nice. Okay, we're live. Thank you guys over on the YouTube side of things for coming in. I do appreciate. Let me hit you with some love. Drop a few emotes out here. Perfect. Good stuff. Let's get my chat up for Twitch. So I can see what y'all saying. Bear with. Nice and easy. I'll see everyone's dropping emotes anyway. Is that now a meme or something? I always test my chat by dropping emotes. There's just a bunch of emotes. Right, okay, so let's get an intro done so we can crack on and do some lovely driving. Right, today guys, we are checking out American Truck Simulator for the second time. We did the first impressions, that's being edited right now. Will Billy be there? Billy, that's not a word. It will be released within about, I would say about 3 or 4 days tops, like, you know, literally maybe 24 hours if I can do it. This is the first of the series, so now we're going through American Truck properly. We're going to be checking out all the systems, you know, and seeing what the actual point in the game is, start to finish, you know, just progressing and just having a blast driving around, looking at different scenes, and hopefully a nice chill one. We are doing a couple of planned streams, so we've got a couple of cosplay streams, we've got a couple of drunken streams coming up, and we're going to be, you know, drunk driving and just going ham a couple of days, and in another couple of days we're going to dress up silly and just have a laugh with it, you know. So we're at the stage at the moment where, again, we're growing like mad. I can't really control it now, so it's out of control. So I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. So we're just going to keep on trucking. American Truck is here to stay. Euro Simulator Truck is here to stay. And the Mud Runner series is here to stay so far. Anything beyond that, you know, hit me up if you want to see me play anything in particular. As long as it's wheel compatible, I'm definitely down. And even if it's controller compatible but decent game, hit me up and maybe we can do some sort of, like, you know, mods to it where we can actually use controller. We are doing some retro into the summer, but until then we're going to be rocking on with some of the simulator stuff because I'm really enjoying it, and you know, whenever I'm not on it I feel like I should be. So it's definitely grippeted me, if that is a word. I'm going to go with it. I'm sticking with it. I said it, so I'm sticking with it, right? So now we're going to jump in. I'm going to stop waffling, and I hope you enjoyed the live today, and I hope you enjoy the YouTube content. So I kind of take a live and condense it down, and that's pretty much my content. So if you're enjoying those, leave a like on those videos, leave me a comment, and I'll just keep doing what we're doing. The camera will be upgraded as soon as possible. Of course, we're running a $30 camera, $30 headset. I try and do the best with what I've got. But you guys seem to enjoy it anyway, so good stuff. Let's go. Oh, good job, man. Good job. Right, let's jump into continue my career. I'm thinking that's the game music playing, right? So, like, let me just go into menu because we're going to put our own tunes on today, so we need to really sort out the audio before we even start. Take a look. So audio, here we go. Music volume. Yeah, see, that's the in-game volume. That's fine because we do use the radio. It's the, yeah, that, the user interface. We don't want no volumes there. That sucks anyway. Intro logo volume is fine, and that should be good. Everything else just is as it was. We don't need to mess about too much today. So of course we're going to be continuing our career right now, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to this one. I've been looking forward to getting into more American trucking because the Euro truck, as good as it is kind of more familiar to me 90% of the time than the American side of things. And I do like the big old yank tanks. I think they're very, you know, excessive, but, you know, they're very manly, and they're very, you know, Smokey and the Bandit. So we're going to be checking out some today, and we're also going to be progressing our career. So today is the first of our series. We're going to be going, and you're going to see the channel evolve, and you're going to see me continue to play this game over the next 12 months and see where we're at. I reckon we'll get to about maybe 200 hours of gameplay. At the moment, I'm about, just because we did first impressions, probably about 2.5 to 4 hours in. We've done a couple jobs. We've got $24,000, and that's about it. So it's low rent right now. But again, it's the start of a series because you guys liked it. You guys hit the like. You guys interacted. So now it's your fault I'm playing this full time. So we're now going to jump in. So we're going to go to jobs real quick. I'm going to stop saying as well. I used too many ums. In my editing, I realised that I was very nervous on my first one and I cut too many ums out. It took me ages. As he does an okay, so career. Progress of career. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what the progress is saying. So we're level 6 going on level 7, which is a workhorse, which means we're starting to get into the game, of course. Statistics wise, we are, I mean, I don't even own a truck right now. That's how low rent we are. So just assume I'm a newbie right now, okay? We're starting off bare bones basic. Let's grab a job. Grab a quick job. Not just any job, quick job. Now, where do we want to see today? I'm thinking California. California, like the wizard. Let's go around to California and we'll take a long distance job. So if we do price, not always is the highest price the longest distance, but you know, sometimes that is what it pans out to be. Is it this one? Yeah, 8 grand. Look, let's do an 8 grand job. We could do with 8 grand. Plus, if we muff up, it's not really going to affect us much because, you know, we're not losing that much money. Oh, it's pitch black, bros. Pitch black. Okay, we're going to put some tunes on. I've got some classic, apparently royalty-free tunes. So if it's too loud, let me know. And here we go. All right, let's start the vehicle up. How do we do that? There we go. We've got lights. We've got camera. Have we got action? Right, so that's my camera there. First gear. And we're off, ski boys. Now, I did have full beams. I've just got to remember what button it's on. Bear with. How do we close that? Yeah, apparently I've got to do that on here. See, this is why I need a button box, but it is coming, don't worry. We won't have all this faffing. Right. So as long as I don't touch the radio button, we should be good. Okay, there's my outside camera view. I think up is to start the engine. That's what that looks like. And that one's back in. Okay. Parking brake. Down. Okay, up is start, down is parking brake. For some reason my lights are now off. We've got inside car, outside car, lights on, full beam. Right, let's get trucking. Again, if you'd like the truck volumes adjusted and whatnot, you know, I can definitely do that. This is a tight corner already. Starting me off nice, here we go. Bring it in. I've got my wipers going, I don't know why. Turn those bad boys off. Okay, we've got 2 flashy red lights. What does that mean? Does that mean just stop? It's like a caution? And then we just use our own judgment. Again, I only really need to look to the right here. We're good to go. I'll try and keep the mirror in focus for you guys. It makes it a little bit harder for me, but I'm okay with it now. I've kind of got used to it. Thank you for joining me, guys, over on the side of YouTube and Twitch. I appreciate all of your support. Okay, so how much fuel we're rocking? Do we need to stop off? What's that there? Colorado? The welcome sign. Happy days. We'll just keep rolling to the sun dawns. I got myself a sneak drink for the drive. Pop it. Okay, we're going to stop here for a minute. Oh, that's a good one today. Good flavours. Thank you for all the links over on the Twitch side of things. If you're not already following, consider follow and consider checking out the other channels and stuff as well. Huron discovered. Hoorah! Let's go. Hoorah! I'm taking it easy because I cannot see in front of my face right now. We've got the high beams on. Now if I go to the outside view, you can barely see anything. I was hoping you were going to be able to see a illuminated trailer, but we don't have enough lights on it. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, we don't want to break the speed limit too hard. Again, it does sound like the music is a bit loud for me, but if you guys want the music turned up or down, I can do that. Let me know your experience. Oh. I'm going to let go of the steering. Here we go. Very dodgy move coming in. Road ain't exactly straight. It looks straight on the map. Okay, go. This is the 269. Going off on this one. I think that's our right of way, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. I'm sitting on my shirt again. Okay, we need to go around here. Still very strange to me going off from an off-ramp onto the left side and just being so accustomed to going onto the right side. It's very weird. We approach from the right and go on via the left, whereas it's the opposite in the UK. You sort of approach from the left and go off the left. It's all on one side. If we were coming on, again, it would be from the left side going onto the right. But I do love the sense of, you know, immersion in this game, and hence why we're doing a series. It's just literally, you know, coast to coast, and whenever I feel like it, we're just going to throw the game on and have a blast with it. I think I'm driving on the left side of the cab today, so you should have a pretty good view other than the map that you can't see. And when we get a digital vehicle, you'll have a digital display. You'll be able to see the map a lot easier. And just as soon as I get that paper, we've got to go make some readies, get that paper running. We've got bad cash flow at the moment because it takes a long time to actually get a decent amount of money in this game. I would say you got to put about 8 hours in before you buy anything worthy. But that's why we're doing these expensive jobs first, get them out of the way. I do like dash lights on this. It's very classic, you know. You don't really see amber and yellow dash lights anymore in cars. It's either blue, red, or bright white. Oh. Again, for those who are curious, we are running 4K, and we're about, I think I've capped it to about 120 frames. Everything's maxed out and running pretty smooth. So plans for this particular game and the channel is to add mods in, change the gameplay a little bit, you know, get some more realistic vehicles added, some more modern models as well, maybe some different traffic. There is a traffic mod. But I'm in two minds about doing it or not. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, because they say that it congests a lot of the roads up, so you're kind of sitting in traffic a lot. I don't know whether that's a good idea to do or not. It makes it more realistic, but at the same time you are congesting your game with more traffic at times, especially in built up areas like towns and cities. But then it feels more real, so I don't know. If you don't mind sitting in traffic, I suppose it's not a bad thing. Sometimes in these games you can feel like there's nothing in front of you, so especially when you first start, there's hardly any car build up, you know, and you're waiting to sort of hit civilization, which I don't actually mind, because I play this like once a week. I don't tend to get, especially as a new player, get too bored with the open road, if you know what I mean. I like a bit of space between me and my objective now and again, but it can get a bit, I suppose, boring looking at white lines and no vehicles. So yeah, we'll look into the mods, and we're going to try and, you know, zhuzh up the channel and do special sort of themed videos on top of the actual series. I don't want people getting bored just watching me, you know, driving in a straight, which looks like a straight line all the time. You know, I'll try and keep these as entertaining as possible. Them strips, I've got to take that noise away. I can see why there's an option to turn that off, but it does tell me, you know, it does warn me that I'm on the side there. Explore Kansas. Isn't that where Dorothy was from? Now again, hitting rumble strips, not 100% my fault. I try and keep the camera so you guys get a nice side view. Look at that car there, that's awesome. Let me slow down a piece. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I try and keep it so that you guys can see the mirrors and whatnot and what I'm up to. I'm going to nip over now. Go for that overtake move. Hopefully there's not a... Oh no, he's done me. He's done me. We'll have to brake. We'll have to quickly slip in here. We nearly missed our turn there. Too keen to overtake. I did see a mod as well for more realistic American roads. So in certain places where the road has deteriorated over time or been relayed, you have a lot more road textures. It's a little bit more CPU intensive, but at least you get a bit more of a varied road surface. I like the idea of that, just making it as real as possible. My driving position back where it was, there you go. So we should arrive in 4 hours and 37 minutes. And the minutes go down roughly around seconds, so you can kind of work that out for yourself. We're going to stick in the fast lane because we do like to speed and try and hit our objective as quick as possible. Again, there's nothing to show you on the outside of the vehicle because it's so dark, you're not going to see it, but when it lightens up a bit, we hit that dawn, I will show you as much as possible the outside of the vehicle. I think that's one of the prettiest things to look at, is your truck flying down at speed in between 2-lane traffic. I'm a simple creature with simple needs, and looking at awesome vehicles flying down dual carriageways with awesome camera work is simple but effective. He moved out of my way. He saw me coming, boys. I haven't got I need a real horn, you know? I don't feel... This is like a car horn right here. I'm the biggest mother trucker on the road. I can't concentrate on chat while I'm driving, but I will definitely try my hardest to be in it as much as possible. Yeah, I missed that off ramp. I'm hoping this one's going to take us where we need to go. I might have been cheeky there. Yes, there you go. We got on it. Ain't no stopping it. Ooh. I didn't know that could happen. We broke it. We absolutely broke it. How do I get off of this now? Oh no. I was doing so well. Why not just reset? Back in the driver's seat. We still upside down? Yeah, we are still upside down. There must be a reset. Right, with screen options. Let me check the options for a reset. Check the old controllers. I didn't know that was even possible. We must have been carrying something funky. Engine, assisted steering, terrain, bumps, vibration. Going to be under keys and buttons then. Right, here we go. We've got all of the internals, differential lock and stuff, adaptive cruise control, emergency brake. Bit late now. Rear suspension. How is there no reset? Reset camera. Truck adjustments. And let me just type reset into this and see if it actually helps us out. Reset, here we go. Reset camera, reset settings, apply. How is there no reset? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna have to restart. I don't know if it'll give us that job back, will it? We did California. And then we did... I mean, this one's worth double the money. I'm sure that is the same. View the current job. Abandon. It's going to cost me 12 grand to abandon that. Shit. It's not something we want to do regularly, boys. So again, California. And then we'll take that 12 grand. Shitty. Okay, I'm going to have to go slow. That just tipped out of nowhere. Emotional damage. More than emotional. Let's fire up this bad boy. Handbrake off. Lights on. At the highest lights I've got. Yeah, I think so. Righty-ho. Let's hit the road, Jack. Oh, there's a gate. Okay, round 2 after our awful collision. We are off. You know what? I prefer the sounds of this vehicle though, so it wasn't all bad news. Now, if you'd like me to turn the music off or down, just so you can hear the vehicle more, a bit ASMR stream, I can definitely do that. Or if you prefer the sounds of old school country and classic rock, then I'll leave it be. For the long drives, you know, I feel like music is essential. But anytime I see that red and I'm coming up to a corner, I'm going to make sure that I just ease off the accelerator and hit the brake just before, so that we don't topple over. Bring that round, there we go. So what's our second transport looking like? Wish I could see it. Wait for daylight and I'll do a bit of camera sneakery. So this one's going to take 7 hours at a minute a second roughly, like maybe two seconds per minute. So that would be what, 700 seconds, and then if you double it, so 1400 seconds. That's how long this job will actually take us physically. Normally we get about 2 to 3 jobs done with a little bit of talking and guff in between. We don't tend to wait around too long in each job. We just crack on. We're getting quite a bit done. We're just not progressing at the moment because of a few teething problems, like me crashing the lorry and having a few issues here and now. But this thing really shifts. So this is like, I mean, it sounds lovely. It sounds like a V8 with pipes. So I'm definitely impressed with the outcome to our you know, bad decision. Let's try and keep it steady. Again, my steering is twitchy. I do need to adjust my steering for sure. As soon as I touch it, it's like wayward. It needs to be a lot smoother. Oh, that's good. Oh. Turn the music down a little bit. Okay, bear with. Right, here's me pause. That's a lovely map. That's a good map idea there. So that's the only thing people want done is the... Right, let's have a look. So the way I'm controlling the music is just through a YouTube playlist at the bottom. I mean, it can go to like there. Again, we have our own playlist that I can put on that then allows you to put tunes on. That might be a different volume, so keep me posted if that's any good or not. There we go. Let's keep it trucking. Do we just hit that to go back? That's cool. Okay, that works for me. That's nice. Like I've said before, you know, it's just a very calm, serene, nice adaptation of just the life of a trucker. You know, it's relaxing, it's enjoyable. I can do it longer. You know, it's not something that overly drains me. And at the moment, it seems to be, you know, a popular sort of playing point. I've been doing this since I was 17. So, you know, I've had my first steering wheel at 17. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a Logitech, come with 2 pedals, you know, and it had force feedback as well for 70 quid. You know, it's pretty good. I've had force feedback for a while, not as good as the G29 of course, and the pedals have lasted me a lot longer on the G29. I think I've had these pedals now for about 2 years, whereas the original one broke in 6 months because they were cheap plastic and they were just seeing if anyone, you know, really cared to have. I mean, they were kind of a gimmick, if anything, but it was a good gimmick. You know, the steering wheel was solid, it was wrapped in the same stuff as this, and they learned a lot from that, I think, because the G29 is definitely the successor to that. Yeah, I've got to pull over, mate, sorry. Yeah. He let me in, so that's all good. Okay, we're going to slow our roll here. Don't know if I want to end up behind that thing, so we're going to end up overtaking it again. Looks like a cement mixer on wheels, so we're going to just overtake that. Are you going to want to come out with me? Yep. I'm sorry, mate, I've stole your place. This guy's poodling along too. Now I am sure I'm in the wrong lane, because in America it seems like everyone's sort of, you know, heavy vehicles are stuck in the right hand lane now. But we are shoveling, so I'm not even going to obey the rules that I think are imposed on me here. Because I'm British and I know no better. I'm going to honky tonk myself left lane all the way home for my 4-hour journey. So we've got some like dawn braking now, so we can actually see the vehicle. So as soon as we get a nice straight road, I'll pin that up. Here we go. This will do us, I reckon. Oh no, we've hitting a left up here. I feel like I'm going way too fast for this area. We'll drop it down, slow it down. Come across. Alright, so let's check it out. I mean, what in the world is this? Oh, just try and keep myself in the road. Get in the middle lane so you guys can see. It's a bit on the piss, isn't it? Really high and then drops low. I've not seen that before. I would never transport anything at that angle. I don't know what's going on now. There, stop. Get back in the vehicle. Taking up the whole middle lane there. Is the music still too loud? Would you still like it to be adjusted? Okay, I think I'm going straight here. Probably not. They're going to end up in the same place though. I can take this off ramp here, I think. You can see how much I slowed down just taking my foot off the accelerator there. We're probably hauling the most boring load of all of all loads. How far out there's that mirror? The problem of being heavy-footed as well, we're going to go through fuel a bit quicker than we should. Oh, it's pretty though, look at this is pretty. This is what the game's all about. We've got 2-lane traffic, dual carriageway left to the left and right. Looking good. Immersion 100. Coming down the inside like a bat of hell. Which is technically, I guess, the outside. I want to carry that. Look, that's what I want to be pulling. Not this waste disposal unit on the... Looks like a big shitter. Okay, we need to go right here somewhere. So I'm going to try and let this guy let me in. Cheers, brother. You still want it adjusted, bubs? Oh, it's over there now. I keep track of you like a ninja. Apex steel, not just any steel. Bakersfield this way. I'm going to follow his route because obviously we want to take that a bit wide. Get my booty in. Now during the series at some point we will be having a dedicated episode to online, what the online experience is like, what there is to do in the online experience, and how it fares compared to the single player experience and immersion of the single player. Which I don't think it will compare, because you'll have a lot of people doing strange stuff, I would imagine. But it is typically the same game, just with, from what I understand, other truckers and their name above them driving around. And they've got their like call sign, their ID. You going over, bro? What's happening? He's pulling in. I'm going to pull in too. I think I'm going to peel off on this one. I think Apex still weighs a bit more than us because we are flying at 65 miles an hour at the minute. I'll parp him. Oh, I've got a better parper on this one. Feel a bit weird. It sounds like a dodgy radio signal. We pull back in. Got a long old straight coming up. You happy with that? So yeah, everything's good. Sweet. I find that Nightbot has a better adjusted audio to, like, if you just play YouTube in the background, because you know different songs have different qualities and sounds. It's better just to use Nightbot to control your sounds. And yes, it pulls from YouTube, but it tends to be able to be adjusted by itself. It's got its own volume bars, you know, so it doesn't interfere too much. Okay, now this is cool. You've got a helicopter up there, just hovering. Well, we had an accident. Leech chase, what's going on? Oh, what is going on? Someone's had a pull-in. High speed pursuit, boys. That's when you know you're in America. There's been some cool Brit ones, but they are very far and few between, do you know what I mean? Or few and far between, do you know what I mean? Hey, we're getting on the 15. 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. We're doing 71 on approach. How I roll! I'm sure there is a speed limiter button, which I really need to find because I'm lethal with speed. Okay, there's nothing behind us, and we're going on the straight. Sweet. We have all of these lanes to ourselves right now, so I'm just going to peel off into the middle. Trying to get it so I can do a sideways action. I want to hit that. We take this corner on the side view. It's risque. Yeah, look good. Oh shit, son. Can't play with them camera views, can you? Jeez. Again, if you're comparing games, and people do compare, I find that you just need to own both. They're not overly expensive, and if you've got both, you have the ultimate experience between the two. But Euro Truck Simulator does have more camera options. They are a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? They're more ergonomic. When you press them, you feel a little bit more in control of your vehicle. Once you go to that camera view, when I go to this camera view, I can't see my trailer right now. And if I do spin it, I feel well disorientated. So if you do that with Euro Truck, you get like fixed camera angles from different corners. And I'm sure this can have those camera angles. There's probably even buttons that I could set later on. But again, first experience and our first impressions, we just went out the box, you know. If I bought a G29 in the game and just plugged them in and away I went, that was the experience I had. So from what I find out of the box is that the Euro Truck Simulator has better visuals, better cameras, and an overall nicer but slower paced type of gameplay, whereas the American Truck Simulator has long distances, higher speeds. It does have a little bit more of a comical and fun aspect. So again, there's always a for and against for everything I say, because both games have their own merit, and it's just basically what you favour. Now, I personally would just own both. You know, my advice is just buy both and make up your own mind from that, which one you prefer to play each. Because not every day you're going to want to play Euro, and not every day you're going to want to play American. So if you're going to have like a couple days a week, maybe play one week, one the other, you won't get bored, and you've got plenty, like I say, to tickle your fancy, because some have good and bad aspects for both. And if I had to give my opinion, it's that they're both, you know, I would say that Euro is, I probably gave it a 4.5 out of 5, I would imagine, and I would give this one a 4 out of 5, just because unless I can get enough mods into this to make it balance with the amount of 4s that Euro has, I feel like this just falls a little bit short. You know, the American Trucker does fall a little bit short, but it has other aspects that's so good that Euro doesn't have, that you just have to have it. So again, it's a mixed bag for both, but all positive, you know, pretty much positive, because no matter what you say negative, there's always a positive for it. Okay, we're going off soon, so I'm going to head over to the right and slow my roll. I think that might be the police, the pole, the one time. You don't want to be speeding around him. To be fair, he's speeding because it's a 55 and I'm doing 64 and he's in front of us. Okay, where are we heading? I'm going to say we've got to go straight here. We like chocolate, and we're going off and then back on by the looks of it. Don't think I took a wrong turn now. It's just literally... What a shambles that is. I might have took a wrong turn now, I'm not sure though. How can I not just drive straight if we've got to go off, around and back on? That's a weird one. I am at the mercy of the sat-nav. Not overly far, which is decent. Oh, bit of a skid move there. Yeah, we've got a green. I'm going. It's yellow, but we're in. Hold your horses, boys. Hold your horses. Yeah, another green. Slow my roll. We went on a green and ended up going through a red. Okay, we're back on from the slip road. Do Americans even call that slip road? We're running out of fuel. You should be at a filling station. Let's keep our eyes out. I need to get some petroleum, gasoline. Got to be some services up here somewhere, surely. Aha, I spy with my mince pie. That was a bit convenient, wasn't it? Said we needed fuel in there. Lo and behold, is fuel. I guess we go off this ramp here. Do a right up here. Back to civilization to a degree. Is that Bumblebee? I'm hoping this is a petrol station because, or gas station as the Americans would say. There's definitely a garage there. I think what I'm going to do is take a right here. Whee. Might be easier just to check the map. Take a look, see where our garage is. It's so pretty. It looks good, yeah? I like it. Oh, jeez. Okay, zoom out. So we want to go somewhere here. Will it tell us what these are? But there's a problem. Like if that was just to like, if you could hover over stuff and it would just say what it is. Like I can click it, and it's going to give me a new destination. But I don't know if that's a petrol station or not, because I don't know what the icons mean yet. Is there an icon explained? Not really. What's this down here? Map. Ah, here we go. So filling stations are green. Thanks for that heads up. And we are there. So where's the nearest filling station? I would say it's this here. I'm going to hit an orange waypoint to that. So what I thought was a filling station is actually a garage, just through lack of experience. Again, this is why we start the series today, so I can learn as much as possible as we go. Oh look, the single dad, isn't it? Doing his job well. Big shout out to all the single dads out there. Right, here we go. And they're not actually single, they might have a girlfriend or whatever, so it's more like part-time, right? That's a better way to word it. Okay, we got a red. You think it's pretty? Yeah, I mean, it's a nice area. Graphically, the game, like I say, holds up. It does way more than it ever should have done, and it does it well. These company, the SCS company, have been around for a long time, and they kind of done what I do, where they just threw some shiz at the wall and see what stuck, and then they put their time and effort into those, you know, ones that stick, and that's pretty much all, you know, a YouTuber mentality is. We try stuff. If people like it, we carry on doing it. If they don't, you know, you can't please everyone. You just do what you do, and hopefully people come, and if they do, then is what it is. And the SCS company pretty much used to do compilations of super cheap truck, bus, you know, any sort of vehicles, dustman, anything they could do. And if you Amazon SCS, or if you look up Truck Simulator and go like $5 price, you'll find all those old crusty games still laying around in bargain bins on Amazon, you know, reduced. I can get probably 4 or 5 of the major titles on Amazon in a bargain group. I think there's about 4 or 5 games on each disc. Yes, people still use discs. By this company, you know, and you can get them for like $5 delivered. So there's plenty of content that we could make, just trying all the SCS games and seeing what they were like back in the day, you know, and how the evolution of this game has actually happened, because I don't really know. I don't think without a steering wheel and pedals, the Truck Simulator games would have been anywhere near as successful as they have been. You know, with a controller, it's a completely different experience. And if you have given it a go on a controller, I would definitely suggest trying again when you can either afford or, you know, have the room to have some sort of simulator set up. Doesn't have to be anything great. It can just be one of those wheel stands that you pull up to your sofa. But it'll still change the game for you. Come on. It's a long red. Here we go. Just happy to leave, boys. Just happy to leave. This is my favourite way to drive as well. I'm not overly fond of speeding down the dual carriageway. It's nice, yeah, don't get me wrong, but I do prefer city driving, you know, sort of 30 mile or 60 mile an hour, and I kind of get why people don't like that side of it. You know, if you have to drive every day and that is your job, or, you know, maybe you take the kids to school every day or whatever, you're bored of driving, right? Like, you don't want to drive. But for somebody who, you know, is a full-time gamer, it's like, well, this is a whole change of scene for me. I don't very rarely drive anywhere because I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? Everything's delivered, everything's catered for. I don't go anywhere or do anything, so I'm kind of privileged and lucky, but also don't get to see a lot of the world. Till Thailand in a few months, of course. We are going, I think we planned it for, well, it's more than a few months, about 8 months. We've planned it for March, I think we're going. It's when everything sort of slows down, you know, it's quite crusty in the UK in March, so we're going to sod off to sunnier climates. Got a nice little banging beat in the background. I like this playlist I've created. Kind of it has a lot of different cultures all mixed in with modern. Nice. I was going to indicate and pull over, but there's no traffic. There is not a car in sight, which again is why, you know, traffic pack might be worth doing, because you are coming from a busier area and yet the game tells you there's nobody here. I've got a couple of red cars coming up on the inside there. I think this is the one we want. We've got to keep an eye out for that garage, see? Yeah, this is the one we want. I'm going to follow that police. I swear he went for a red. I mean, I might be mistaken now. I don't know. The American police don't care for any road laws or anything. The British, I mean, we all laugh at them because we know that they put their blues and twos on just to go through lights, you know, go to McDonald's quicker. Go get a coffee in the morning. Because they'll just be sitting there like this, and they'll be like 3 cars back, and all of a sudden you'll hear woo, and you all move out the way, and they'll just shoot up the road, and then they'll turn them off. Seen that many a times. Bless them. Go part-time dads. Dum, dum, dum. I increased the camera's colour as well today, so I should look a little bit more pink than usual. Found that was one of the things I had to increase on the editing. Also the brightness was off as well. Like I say, it's very heavy on contrast. Can we go in this way? I'm not sure if that's the entrance. He's gone in. Bro, let me in. Thank you, bro. I didn't know what I was doing. We needed to swing anyway, so coming in from the second lane would have been right. Alright, hold up. So petrol, we've been here before. This looks very familiar. If it isn't somewhere we've been before, this definitely is reflect. Yeah, reflecting the last garage you went to. It's up there. Oh bro, this isn't the one. Okay, we're gonna have to reverse it back. Try not to take out that tree. Down, down, down. Something's behind me. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I've got an audience with Jim there. Look. What's he doing? He's checking out my tyres. We need to bring our big arse out before anything shows up. A little bit of a tilt on it. Roll it in. Forward gear. And we're off ski. So our petrol garage isn't their petrol garage. gas station. Ours is a separate trucker garage, so we're going to have to remember that. So if you see the beds, that's probably where they're going to get fuel every time. You just have to kind of work out what's going on here. Yeah, look, there's fuel. Try not to wake these boys up. I'm rude, deal with it. Here we go. And then all we do, I think, is hold, it says joy hat switch up. Is that this? And then joy button 8. Now I don't know where button 8 is on this thing. I'm going to find it because it would be very much useful in the future. It's not that. Where would joy 8 be? Joy 8. Got to be one of these buttons. I can't find 8. I have no idea what button 8 is. Oh, hang on. So it's start. Button 8 is start on mine. Okay. Again, out the gate, I haven't configured anything really. It's pretty comfortable as it is, so I left it. You see it, that's it. Keep it a secret. So we're just fueling. First time I'm fueling off of the setup where I haven't had to use a keyboard. Okay, that was $1,000. Damn. Diesel price is 4.96. They don't play around. Let's start the vehicle up, turn them silly wipers off. That's me looking for a button, wasn't it? So turn the handbrake off. We're good to roll. Happy days. We've still got $12,000, so we're not completely potless. The fuel expenses are, it's gone. Whatever it was saying. Okay, so we need to get out of here. That does look like a road down here, although this sat-nav's saying there's not. We can't get out this way, no? It's not forcing me to have a break or anything yet as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, it looks like we just go down the ramp we came in. Come on, bro, you see me coming, you see me coming. Happy days. And that's one thing I will say as well about American truck and also Euro, is that it just, the AI of the vehicles are really good. Whereas in something like a bus simulator or something, you find really bad AI. They're just crashing into you, you know, they don't give way at all. They're constantly trying to get you. Which costs you money as well, which really frustrated me. Every accident we were getting hit with bills. Why is he waiting? Isn't that green? No, it wasn't his green. My apologies. Okay, we brought it back round nicely. Let's keep it going. We're doing well at the moment. No issues or problems. Ah, we're really close to our destination. It's a shame we run out of petrol. Big shame. Cooper Construction, that's probably our place we're heading. Stop and press NR for security check. Days. That was nice. Something a little bit different to what we've done. Okay, so following, handle your job with that. So we get an extra 90 XP if we do park. We might as well give it a go as we've travelled all this way. Again, the D-pad would be really good working here rather than switching to a mouse. Okay, let's go for a park maneuver. See how bad or good we can do this one. And where's it want us? Okay, I've got no eyes on. Hang on, what's that flashing behind me? Is it not that? It is that, isn't it? Oh no, it says to the left. Okay, apparently we're going left. We headed towards this wall. Bring that in. Oh, that was tight. I'll tell you why. You look at that. We had to bring that round the check bay. Skip. I wish that skip parking would go and actually tell me where to park. Okay, apparently we just drove past it. I don't know what it's talking about. Let's go around again. Maybe I missed it. Oh, it's inside. Okay. It's like a reversing thing. Again, until I... Oh, I see it. I see it. It's in there. That's going to be a reverse too. Okay, this is going to be cool. What we ideally want to do is probably just poke our nose over here somewhere. And then we're going to take a look at what's going on. Not ideal camera view because I can't tilt the camera up. See if we can get it from there. And reverse it in. I'm just going to take it really slow and see, because I can't really get the angle of the camera. More. It'll come around really quick, so you want to sort of follow it round, but I don't think we're far forward enough. Let me go forward. Now I've got a gist of it. Where's he going? Oh, it's because I'm in, because I'm looking that way, not the opposite. Okay, here we go. We want to be over here. Right, now we're in reverse, things all trundled along. Here we go. Again, it's automatic, which isn't great because I'm used to doing stick. And once you get, what you want to do is sort of touch your rear wheel at the angle you want it. And as soon as you see that happen, you got to bring the front back round, otherwise you get muffed up. I'm not sure this is going to work exactly like that because it's going to overshoot. I don't think I can bring my back end in without causing some major problems here. Again, the camera, I can't see my back end, can I? And then when I want to do this, I have to go the opposite way. This is going to take some practice. This is my favourite bit so far, trying to figure out why the game is doing certain things. But that really sharp. It's just going to hit that wall, surely. Again, I can't frickin' see. Right, this way. So you basically have to reverse your steering is what I'm talking about. But on an actual truck, it is so much easier to bring your back end round. Right, here we go. Got to try and miss that pole. This is a 10.2 maneuver right now. And again, it's not the easiest maneuver to do in the first place. Figure out which way. It's that way. That's never going to go, is it? You're going to have to start again. I'm trying to fuck about with something that once you lose it, you might as well start fresh. I don't know why I'm driving in this view either. It's unproductive. Right, so we're going to put our front over here. Here we go, second attempt. Again, the camera angle is not great on this. Again, I keep going for accelerator because you would reverse in your reverse gear, but because of the way it's set up, it's doing automatic, so it's actually brake, which is either on or off. There's no middle ground with brake on this. Right, you see it coming around too quick, so I'm just going to slow it down. Wow, okay. It actually stalled. Right, so what we want to do is bring our front in so that we actually tilt that way. We can get around them barrels. There you go. And then we'll bring the back this way. I don't know how much. I can't see. Ooh, wrong button again. There we go, forwards. All we need to do now is just stick it in reverse. From the front. This one. Just a little bit. I don't know if it's going to let us get away with being slightly off. Just pull forward, couldn't we? What is going on now? I need gears. This is not good. All you do is pull forward and then reverse. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong. It's just compared to a real truck, this just doesn't feel natural at all. We need to really go close to the wall just to nip that in. If I was them, I wouldn't be happy with this. It is what it is. They might give it to us. And we're kind of in the box, right? They weren't happy, we need to get it straighter. It's probably painful to watch, but I apologise. Can he see? Tell you what, if you micro do it, you know, little movements here, little movements there, and actually look, adjust the camera bit by bit. Boom. Whoa, see? I did gears to know, you know, forward and back. It just goes. T. Hey, we decoupled. We got excellent, and I think we earned the XP 90 there. Yeah. So I get the bonus XP even if I do really shabby at it. I mean, that took probably about 8 forward and back reverses. It was quite tough, and I actually tried a full second time by going back out, resetting myself and coming back in. That is challenging, and I don't think it's challenging because my skill or how hard it is. It's just I'm not used to the game in the way that the game does reversing. The camera sucks, like really you have to micromanage left and right. So hopefully a head tracker could maybe fix that. I don't know how a head tracker would. I suppose if I went left, I'm going to look around the left side of the vehicle. That would be sick. If it works like that, then yeah, that would make life a lot easier. But we got there in the end, and we got the monies, and we are now a few enthusiasts. We're going to level 8, which works all the way up to level 10 as a workhorse. And again, we're earning more bonuses, which is decent. For some reason I'm getting a bank icon flash up. What's that about? We can borrow £500,000. Now I'm not into borrowing, so I would never do that. I don't care how much the bank offer. I would never get involved with banks in that way, but it's possible we could just borrow it, hire a driver, get money that way. Again, part 3 is where we're going to indulge in stuff like that. So let's see how much a used truck is going to cost us. We don't actually own one yet, so a decent used truck is about 87. We have 25, so we need a good 50 grand, which is what basically the bank will offer us. 500,000 is enough to get going. What bank offers $500,000? That's mental. I was watching a documentary the other day about debt in America and how people are in like £1 million worth of debt. I have no idea how you guys get in even in a position where you can borrow £1 million. That's mental. So £6,000 for a job that is just down the road is definitely up my street. So after we're doing all this week, and then after next week when we're off, we actually hit partner and affiliate. So we are going to have more features for you guys. You are going to get some sub badges, and you know, you'll be able to control sound effects and stuff. So it's going to be pretty nice for you guys going forward. It only took us a week, which is decent. Probably the quickest I've ever started a channel in general. Right, here we go, boys. Ladies, gentlemen. We are transporting what looks to be is that a tarmac flattener? Let's have a look. Yeah, but it is still a long trailer. Happy days. I'm happy transporting that because it don't weigh too much. Not much chance of tipping at high speeds or anything. Okay, we're good to pull out too. Song request is on for those on Twitch. You can exclamation mark SR and then put your favourite artists and tracks in. Just make sure you put remix after it, or even better, royalty free. So you get a remix version of it and then I don't have to cut it out. Greenery, my bad. Lucky no one's behind me to be bothered. Hopefully the audio is nice and clear for you today. I've been trying to improve on what the $30 headset can actually do. So we're here Monday to Friday, just driving, baby, just driving around, having a good time with some races, mostly simulator games though. So if you're enjoying today's calm atmosphere and stream, then this is about where it's at most days, you know. Oh, what's this? We can fix our vehicle. I don't think it's damaged at all. Petroleum wise, I think we're good. We filled up on the last journey, so I'm assuming that's going to stay as is, as it's the same vehicle. I like that as well, the fact that, you know, you get a vehicle even if you don't own one. You just, you know, basically borrow one, and until you own one, you're not really your own boss, sort of thing. I think what gives realism to the game as well is a lot of these cars actually lean as they turn corners. Not all of them and not all the time, but some of them, they do sometimes catch your eye as realistic moving vehicles. Ooh, hang on, what's going on here? This is cool. Okay, this is actually a cool drive right here. The first couple drives were, you know, long distance motorway journeys. These shorter journeys are a lot more fun. More happens, you know, more to see, and you're in a bit more rural of an area, in and out of rural, so you're not really leaving it for too long. Yeah, we've got half decent turn on this thing as well. We don't have to swing it too wide. But I do plan eventually to get something with, you know, indicator stalks and, you know, upgraded maybe to a truck similar size wheel. Now, what's this? Only going left. I'm going to say that's the lane we want. I'm going to keep in this one and then swing out. So if I look in my mirror, see there's nothing coming, which there isn't. Should be able to swing out into the here. Round we go. Sweet. That was a cool little negotiating area there. I've not seen anything like that before. Oh, we're struggling uphill, 24 mile an hour, speed demon. To be fair, I could do with slowing down. Hey, all's going well, all very much kosher right now. I keep my back end off the wall there. I killed my engine because on Euro, when you press up, it centers you. You know, it centers your camera. On this one, it doesn't. You've got constantly like left and right hit it. Again, a few more buttons wouldn't go amiss, and then trying to like link it up to Euro to be identical as possible would be a good future move as well. Being that we're going to play a lot of those games alternately. Still got me blinkers on. I think I'm a right veg. That was cool. As we went up on the bridge, our camera, look, it dips. I like that. It's a good feature. And then back down, and now you can see the steering wheel again. I never noticed that. Doing my 84 miles an hour right now, which is way lethal in a 50, but there's no one about. Not that I know where speed cameras or anything are. I'm not even sure this game has speed cameras, is it? Doesn't seem to reprimand me for speeding. Might have took the wrong road here. No! Not a big deal, we are heading the right direction. I'm just going to be stuck behind a copper now. Move over, son. Don't know if you can overtake a copper, can you? Doing it, I'm doing it. I've gone full criminal. Catch me if you can, bish. I'm on full 70 mile an hour. Okay, we need to indicate get over, which is another bad thing because he's behind us. I'm pretty sure they can't nick you on this, which is, you know, something the third in the series will need. We need to want a second in the American, but third in the Euro. We need coppers that actually pull you over and give you some sort of reprimanding. Oh, I nearly overshot red. We'll pretend we didn't see it, shall we? Adjust myself. So what's the time? Do we take toilet break yet? Toilet break in 20 minutes. So we should get this job done, and then we're going to take a toilet break, and then we're going to come back, and we can either switch game or we can continue playing this for another couple of hours. Yeah, so if I zoom out, look how overshot that was just by braking late. Crazy. If I do that and then do that and then do that, just trying to see if it has auto center. Alright, round we go. Come on with me, yeah boys. Right, so if I go outside, right, and then let's say, hang on, if I'm in and I do that and then press that, oh, it does auto center. Okay, my bad. I mistakenly said that it doesn't have auto center already equipped. It does, just on a different button. So if I want to look left, if I press up on there, it will auto center, which is way more quicker than trying to sort of go left and then come all the way back and then try and find your place, you know. I don't think there's anyone behind me, is there? I want to race this guy. Oh, he wants to go some. Look at him edging forward. Let's go. With your tattooed hand. I think it's just a shadow. You ready, boy? We're gonna have a drag race in trucks. 3, 2, 1. He's pulled forward. He's got the nose. Ah, we got to talk, baby. We've got to talk, and we're probably carrying less weight, to be fair. So in your face, big disgrace. Peace out. We've got to really clear him though before we can overtake him. There you go. He's let us in. Didn't have much of a choice, did he? This max steering wheel you're seeing on your screen right now is very reminiscent of the Moser steering wheel, and that is why I'm thinking Moser for the truck simulator. They do a Pacific truck wheel with indicators and stuff, and I'm feeling like that could be the upgrade for truck simulator. And I just got to switch out the whole box, which is a little bit annoying. But if I go Moser, I think I can just switch the steering wheels out for each type of racing. You know, one day rally, one day truck, and then you've got your Formula One wheels. You know, you can just quickly switch out the wheel and away you go. Whereas with this, if I decide to change the wheel, I've gone for a red, but I'm not bothered. If I decide to change the wheel on this, I've got to unbolt like 8 bolts, take out some electrics, put the new one on, redo the electrics, and then everything becomes a little bit like cumbersome. So I end up with, ooh buddy, I end up with like my paddles further away from the wheel, because for the wheel to work it has to be slightly forward to me. So if you look at them, they kind of angle in. So yeah, you can get a bigger wheel and you can adjust this, but it won't be the same experience as you know, having it as standard, which is good. You know, it's a comfortable wheel, it's not overly small, it feels very good on the feedback, it's no knocking. I hear a lot of reports of people having knocking with theirs. I don't know what they're talking. For me it's pretty sound as a pound. I think if you have your vibrate up and you like to fight with it, then it probably, you know, that's where the knocking thing's coming from. But I have mine set at about 50 overall, and then all of the other things adjusted. So like I only want response from the floor, as in the road surface. You know, if I bump up a curb or something, I want the response to be, you know, around 30, because the overall is 50, which is the center spring. Those who have had any sort of racing wheel knows that the center spring's what kicks you back to being centered. So if you're fighting on a corner, you know, it's that's pushing back, not so much the road and stuff. That all just adds up. Yeah, see, like there. So I'm going to check my mirror, and then I'm going to say no, I don't want to go across. Hit that button, and now we're centered again. That feels so much better. Now I've kind of discovered that that is how this is to be done. I think we do need to actually get over here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to say yeah. Is this road? Oh, okay, it's one of these. We'll take this one then. Try and get our booty in here. Do we have to pay the toll? No, it's just going to let us through. Happy days. So I've got a nice little kick then, where there's a bump when you go up and a bump when you come down. Got a nice little bit of feedback there. Now that graphics cards have got to the stage they're at as well, this game is outdated in the fact that when you look at the mirrors, you see a lot of textures popping out. So it pre-renders it in the distance, but then pops it out too quick. So it does sort of break a little bit of immersion by not having longer range on your mirrors, and also more quality in those mirrors. You know, you could put some bloom on them glass. You know, make it look a little bit more realistic. Maybe put some smudges and some dirt, fingerprints, and then you could have like over time you have to clean your interior. You know, just hit a button, clean interior, and all the interior goes shiny again. There's so much that could be done with Unreal 5 and the new truck simulators that, you know, they will blow our mind eventually. But at the minute we're working with what we got, and what we got is pretty decent. You know, like I say, if you've got a decent base, you build upon that, you can't fail as a game developer. It's the problem is they think they've got a decent base when they haven't, and they expect it to do something it's never going to do. So, you know, racing games, I feel like overall are played out now. You have to really come up with something special. What I do like an arcade racer, that you like, you know, smash through buildings and destroy the environment. You know, those sort of races are really cool. But I tend to sort of shy away from realistic, you know, like 24-hour Le Mans sounds like it's gonna, you know, I'm gonna blow my brains out during that 24 hours. That sounds awful to me. Then again, Assetto, you know, a couple races in Assetto. We've got some BeamNG coming up, which I'm really excited about. BeamNG looks fun as hell, and it's already fun without mods. So what we can do to it will be, you know, we'll go as excessive as possible probably, and we'll have different features with that. But at the moment, like I say, the driving calmness is really what I'm looking forward to. You know, every week I'm looking forward to just jumping on a bit of truck simulator, or jumping on a, you know, city driver or something, and just chilling. So good. I just, you know, speak my mind, speak my thoughts, waffle along, look at some great, you know, landscapes. Look at these trees on the right here. They look well good. There's no one to shoot at, no one to dodge from, you know, no XPs or anything. Well, there is XP in the game, but there's no, you know, quests to go on as such. We've been doing MMO now for about 3 years, and I think we've been doing Drunken for about, Drunken's been around for about 7 years. And again, Drunken was where I started, so it's like the mishmash of content. And quite, to be honest, to start with, quite weird content. You know, I wasn't really focused. Now I kind of focus on life itself, and by that I then focus on my content creating in games. And I've come to the point now, full circle, where 3 channels deep, I think that's all I need. I could make more, but it seems pointless, because you're constantly like hoping that channel does well. 3 channels is enough to hit my 3 personalities, my 3 avenues as such. And I think driving, you know, even on this channel, I'm going to feature an ASMR subcategory where I ain't talking at all. I'm just, you know, driving around. And I think that in itself, some people are like that content more than my face and voice. And then there's other people that, you know, might chill out with us and interact on the lives and enjoy that side of things. So just trying to mother truckers, that's it. We need some damn mother truckers to join us. If you're a mother trucker, sign up now. Oh. It's funny as well, because once you played this game, say, I don't know, 10, 20 hours, you'd think there was nothing to see. But there's so many personalities doing Twitch, and so many videos to watch, you know, people making content, that it becomes not just a simulator game of driving, it's a genre. You know, like truck driving is almost its own genre right now. It's taken what driving is and turned it into its own subcategory, and there's a lot of truck viewers. You know, a lot of people like to just watch people drive trucks and talk shiz, and then there's other people that just like people to ASMR, listen to the truck noise, you know, listen to the indicator and the handbrake, and, you know, all of that good stuff. And that's why I want to make this a bit more realistic, so when I do stuff, you guys interact with it by, you know, engaging your attention span. So, you know, I'm always going to be, you know, using button boxes and handbrakes, and, you know, he's got himself a CB radio and an air horn. You know, that'd be really cool to have more gadgets to mess with. And again, over time, I'm hoping that's where the channel goes, you know. Oh, there's a funky right coming up, so we need to come over. There's no need to indicate. That was weird on a map. On the map then, that looked like it was going to be quite a sharp right, and it's turned out to be a straight. Unless I was supposed to take that right turn. But I digress. I'm going to pull over. Cut that guy up, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. There we go. Watch this. Dun, 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 dun. Speeding down the motorway in America. What up, Rubber Ducky? What's your 10 for? Good buddy. How many candles are you burning? Overtaken like a monster there, boys. Proper negotiation. I love these trees. This is really nice here. Bit of forestry. Woo, buddy, we need a slower roll. I cut that through that as well. Did you see that? Yes, get out of my way, fools. King of the road. Just waiting for that green. I saw it, that's it. You caught me. Oh, toilet break, I forgot. You guys got to be reminding me. So, 20 past. I'll give it 10 minutes. 10 minutes and then we'll bounce to the toilet. It takes me about 3 minutes for a toilet break, so it's not long. Okay, we've only got 6 miles left on this job, so that's not far at all. The way I drive. So we was at 6, we saw there, now we're down to 1, right? So the miles definitely don't reflect the actual in-game distance. Ah, this is cool. Okay, so it wants me to drop it here somewhere. Can't see. What do you want from me, boys? Press enter or button 8. Again, I don't know where button 8 is. So we won't bother parking it, but it does say 15. There's only one safe place, so let's go with that. That's going to be down the road. Ah, it's not worth 15 XP, bro. It's just not worth it. I'm dying for a P here. Okay, there's our results. We're across the board greenery and we are halfway to level 8. Hoping to get to level 8 by the end of the live, so that'd be awesome. That was a pretty good journey. I enjoyed that. It was a lot to see, which was nice. So I'm going to probably pick sort of a mid-range task on the way back as well. Not too far, but not too short. So that we can see a little bit more of the landscape and what the game has to offer. So hang about. I'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to quickly nip to the toilet and make myself a new top up, and I'll be back.
Turn it up.
back. Sorry for that delay. Had to go toilet. So I just filled my sneak up. Those who are curious what a sneak is, if you've never heard of one before. So they come in like little sachets, and the little sachets are very healthy. There's like 2 coffees in each one of mine. You can get caffeine-free ones, which I also have. And you just basically, if you're using a sneak container, you pour one of these in, fill it with water, done job. But personally, I don't do that. What I do is half of one of these and fill it with something like, you can put like lemonade or whatever you want with it, some carbonated water, something with a bit of fizz to it. Oh. So yeah, you know, you can use them in any way you see fit. But that's what I've been drinking lately to try and get me off of things like Red Bull and stuff. Not that Red Bull is particularly something I'm having a pop at. It's just I'm trying to cut down the amount of caffeine that I do intake because we do longer streams, and we're planning to do a lot more sort of driving simulator stuff. I just feel it's better for my health to do that. So those who wondered why, you know, maybe I don't drink on stream anymore, instead I do, you know, drink in streams. So we'll advertise it and we'll have fun still, but we do it in moderation. Okay, so we do a mid-level sort of tier game, Arizona. So it doesn't really matter what we do. I'm going to go with this one, 5,000. There we go. Alright, here we go. So let me change the tracks on playlist. Again, song request is on. If you fancy putting anything on, feel free. If you're happy just listening to the tunes that are on, you can also do that. But the way that I do it is like to go into here and then type Royal E3 and then just type someone you like and do remix. This. There you go. And then I sort it by the time, so I get like 4 minutes. And you just find your favourite artist or friends that you like online, whatever your flavour is. And let's have a look what we got. It doesn't have to be royalty free, but you know, I just prefer it. Don't know what any of these are, so I can't really go with these, but that was a poor example. Let me go with, let's try Eminem. Look, easy remix to find, I would imagine. Hashtag remix it. Again, go 4 minutes. Click on one, so I'll have a quick listen. Till I collapse. Let's try that one. Yeah, so for an example, I'm going to grab that. I'm just going to, so when you song request, it's just !SR and then exactly what I just did there by putting the artist and writing royalty free after it, and you add it to playlist. And as you add it to the playlist, that'll also go in and it will stick until it's played. And once it's played, it does reset. Right, that explained. For those who want to know, let's fire up our beast. Handbrake off. I'm going to have some lights. What in the world? Okay, old cardboard boxes, that looks like to me. I turned my mic back on, didn't I? You've got audio. Let me know if there's any difficulties. But yeah, it looks like we're shipping old cardboard. Guessing that's what that is. I mean, that is what it is, isn't it? Flattened cardboard boxes. Which isn't the greatest of loads, you know, but it will do. At least we don't have to worry too much. It shouldn't be heavy or anything. Parking brake off. Center the view. And away we go. I'm going to head straight because we have the big booty to get around. I'm going to turn in. And round we go. There you go, it comes with us. There you go. So we've got some Eminem playing right now.
You have one shot on stage, but you got to play. Generic drops for days, still the people rage. Am I not insane? Can you stop and explain why these drops are so lame? Is money buying you fame? I'm fucking on, I'm killing it with this.
There we go, left, yeah? Sweet.
Go back where you belong, yeah. There's nothing wrong with giving up, moving on. Cause I took your girl to prom, she can't help but sing this song. Comes off till the lights go out, till my legs give out. Can't shut my mouth till the smoke clears out. Am I high on the rest? I'ma rip this shit till my bones collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out.
It's not technically Eminem, it's just Eminem's tune. But we did ask for royalty free. What I might do is just adjust the volume on that real quick. Turn it down a tad. Again, everyone has their taste. I personally like a bit of music for a long journey, but overall I tend to play without any music. Bro, you see me coming over? What in the world? Prick. So we've got a nice bright blue vehicle today. Looks like midday, I would say. What is the time? 1:30. There you go. On a Saturday. What better thing could you do on a Saturday than drive this monstrosity full of cardboard? But these do get left up for 24 hours, guys. If you do want to continue to watch these, or you're watching it on a rerun, I greatly appreciate your viewership. Don't feel left out if you're watching it on a rerun. Join us live Monday to Friday over on Twitch, or just subscribe to YouTube. We also beam out to YouTube live, and that is what is kept for 24 hours, but they are only 720p. So when I actually edit the videos and release them as you know, chopped up bite-sized versions, they are 4K. So you know, you get your best quality on the reruns, but if you're live, you know, you get to partake in chat and stuff, so it has its bonuses there. Got a poor horn. Car models are pretty decent. Like, I don't really look at them and think, you know, they're missing out on anything, but the mods that you can get for the realistic cars are definitely going to have to be done, you know. And I think the branding as well. So we're going to do the branding mod, the car mod, we're going to get the traffic mod, and we'll probably do the road mod too, so we get a bit more of a varied road. I'd like to see a 4K higher def version. I don't know if they do it, but like something with a bit more clarity and crystal clearness to it, because there is some, obviously, well, there's a lot of wavy lines if you look up right now, and you can see the lines up there, and there's no way I can increase anything in the game as far as I know to make that any better. We're running I think 4K. I will check that after this drive actually, because I feel like I haven't checked the settings since we started for the first impressions, and I'm looking at it now on a very big screen. That might not be as apparent for you guys, but it definitely would help with me over sharpening and editing and stuff with You know, if we could do like times 12, times 16, if we're not running that, I'll be shocked. But yeah, the age of the game, you know, no matter how much you render it out, doesn't really help. Again, with emulators, it's a different story, because when you emulate a, you know, previous racing game or something, it definitely can sharpen it up and make it look a lot more modern. Whereas with a PC game, you'd think, you know, it would just be an update. But now it's actually really left to the modders to do that. So I'm hoping there is some graphical mods out there that we can use for arcade. Why does that sound awesome? Let me go. Some sort of game show. Some sort of, what is that? I'm jealous. The nearest arcade to me that I visit frequently is Norwich. Norwich has a really good putt-putt and a really good arcade, and it has a lot going for it, Norwich. Agricultural. Whoa, I was reading. Gross. How we got 1% damage? I was reading the sign that popped up and then missed. Oh. That was distracting. What is this all about? Alright, let me line up to this. What do they want? Press enter. Okay, I'm pressing enter. It's not doing anything. Inspection progress. Okay, we're being inspected by Mr. Inspector. What's he want? Inspection finished. You may continue driving. All of that. You nearly cost me my whole entire load. I ain't even going to argue, do you know what I mean? There's no one listening. It's just me. Just me having a rant at the camera. F them dudes, boy. But it was police, look. Is that police? That's not even po-po. Why could you just drove straight through? Oh, that's some bollocks right now. Well, I guess these are just things to... I guess they're put in for fun, because they're kind of based on reality that you do have traffic checks and stuff. There's the po-po. Should have known over there. Way station bypass service. Well, I guess I could be weighed as well as I'm here, isn't it? Yeah, there's po-po sitting in that car park there. The 5-0, the one time. So I didn't want to take the mickey too much. Right, inspect me please. Gross weight is 61. Thank you for your cooperation. I mean, we're never going to exceed it, because these are jobs that we're picking that are preset by the game. Surely they're not going to set you on a failure path by giving you something too heavy. It's cardboard. It was never going to weigh too much, was it really? You can probably take a 4-stack before it even gets close. Oh well, we're off ski. It was uneventful, but eventful. Okay, boys, no traffic, good stuff. This is not a fast moving vehicle anyway. It does like 35. It kind of sucks. We are not speeding anytime soon, carrying our cardboard. Because I'm living in a box. I'm living in a cardboard box. I'm living in a box. Okay, we just broke 40. It's more of a acceleration problem, I reckon. 41. We're living the dream. It's not a far mission though. Well, I say that, it says 272 miles, but I think that's the diversion that's done that. That's a lot of miles for the amount they're going to pay me. This is bullshizzle, this job, boys. What's that, horse carriage or something? Oh no, train. Okay. On the plus side, you know, pretty nice drive. Got the desert. I'm now going to overtake him, like, catching up to you boys. I'm just going to move side here. So it takes a long time to accelerate, but once we get it, we are off ski, boys. Look at this. I'm going to move to the middle. I can do a side view of that. Ooh, it's hard to drive like that. There you go, we're rolling deep, boys. We're good for editing those shots. Just straight all the way through at the minute. Living in a box. Sorry, I was reading comments. Woohoo! Stay steady, there we go. There we go. The stop was rudeness, you ain't joking. It was busy. Got jobs out here to do, boys. I don't mind, I've got like this Mexican modern music on in the background, I'm chillaxing. I don't even know where we are. I'm in the middle of the desert, cruising. What more do you want? You're getting paid to drive. I mean, that is about as comfy as it gets, right? I didn't realise how delayed YouTube is. There seems to be a delay to YouTube. If you guys are there, shout me out. If you fancy a Chizal or whatever. Might have to refresh my page because it looks quite delayed. I'm still on my break on YouTube. Over on Twitch, we're off. It might just be mine though, so I'll take a look in a minute. We're 207 miles away. I don't know if I can refresh from here. Ooh. Ah, I might be able to. Need to close. Ooh. Close that one off. And reopen. Ah, okay, so it's back. So it's just mine. For some reason I had a massive delay on mine. Sorry if I missed anyone's chat and stuff. Thank you, Bubs, for dropping messages. I appreciate that. You're living in a box, that's right. We're on the 15 right now, cruising at about 69 miles an hour, which is a little bit fast, but American Trucker allows you to do it. Euro Truck Simulator, a little bit more strict on what you can and can't do, I think. It was a little bit more realistic, do you know what I mean? Trucks, you can just vroom. American muscle, you can just fly down, which I don't mind, again, for and against, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun just to put your foot down and do 77, you know? I think we've had, the fastest we've been is about 86. I haven't found anything faster than that yet, but we are just new to the game. I'm sure there is faster, but I don't need to be driving it. We drive like lunatics half the time. I want to thank everyone as well over on the YouTube side of things. You lot are just really pushing the view time and the watch time. I can't expect any more from anybody, do you know what I mean? If you don't want to interact live, that's fine. If you don't like the content, it's fine. Just, you know, whatever's going on over the YouTube things, we just want to keep doing that because it's going very well right now for an early channel. We've not even released one of our videos yet. Whoa, what's going on here? Ooh, this is trouble. We need to go around here. Not a safe play to... All that traffic we just left. Yes, I'm just going to cut around them, boys. I'm not scared. I'm not shooketh. There you go, excuse me, boys. Oh, what is that? Ooh, I'm going to stop here a minute and just have a little look what's going on. We've got helicopters. We've got something. I can actually reverse and be really nosy. This would be super cheeky. I wouldn't do this in real life. But I am nosing what's going on. I don't know what that is. Why have they put ladders? I guess to get someone up and then off. So we've got an overturned car. How it overturns, I do not know. I mean, that begs. I mean, how? It's coming the other way, right? So it's probably been. Poor sod. Well, I hope everyone was alright in that crash. Do you know what I mean? Okay, we're getting on to 58. A nice little drive. We've gone from what, 500 miles or something ridiculous down to 170 now. Again, I just don't get bored of it. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them things that you just play every day and you just wouldn't get bored. So if you want to see more American Truck or Euro Truck, again, just leave a like. You know, the more likes on a video or even shorts, that's where we're going to go with it. Busted. That's a ticket, son. That's a ticket. Right ahead. Again, I feel more comfortable and in control at 60. So I would like a limiter. I'm sure there is a button for a limiter, but I don't have it configured yet. Putting a limiter on it would be really good, just to, you know, match the speed limit tops. So I can never break the speed limit, because when I do, I tend to, you know, flip it over or crash into a bush or get stuck. Driving at speed limit is advised in these games, because your weight you're carrying, when you go around a corner in like a rush, you get the arcade feel, you know, you get a bit of willied up, and then you end up stacking. So it's better just to obey the rules. It's a simulator for a reason, and just enjoy the cruise. I tell you what, I don't like night because you can't see the scenery and it doesn't feel as nice and pretty. But when you pass a vehicle at night and your headlights strike it, and as you part, it doesn't half look good. Like that is that immersion again that I always mention. It's there, look. So my lights are lighting it up. You can see my trail go across, and then boom, you passed. See it in the mirror. Immersion, right? That's well good. I'm gonna nip in front of him because I'm cheeky. He's a cheeky cockney, la 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 la. Just gonna grab my chat. Sorry, I haven't been in chat for a bit. I'm just kind of trying to drive. I'm getting a Thrustmaster T80 this afternoon. I bet you're well excited. Bet you're well excited. I'm a little bit jealous. Now I've got a G29, you know, the old school. We keep it original, you know, it's a classic. It just works so well with so many games. I went for it because of compatibility. You know, I want to have a wide range of games. I've got ADD, I get a little bit bored now and again, so I want to have as many options as possible. I am looking into the Moser truck setup, maybe just for like, if I want to do a month of trucking, you know, stick a Moser on and then go back to G29 when I want to do some other strips, when I want to do some other driving. But that sounds awesome. You're going to have to let me know how that gets on, because I am in the market for a second setup, because, you know, not having a belt driven, I'm assuming that's a belt driven, right? Because the newer ones are belt driven, which is a whole new experience. At the minute I've just got the rumbles, and I've got the it's basically cogs that'll actually turn the wheel and force you back and forth, whereas the belt driven's a lot smoother and a lot quieter. So if it is belt driven, let me know. I got ad also, so I get that. You got an ad? Ooh, careful. Oh, you got ADD. Ad. You got to put dots in that, baby. Yeah, ADD is quality because, you know, I don't see it as a disability. I see it as a superpower. I've always said that people with ADD, especially if it's genuine ADD, it isn't something you need medication for. Fuck medication. It's something you need to enhance. Grab it by the balls and appreciate it, because ADD allows you to hyper focus on one thing and learn everything about it. And then once you've conquered it, ADD says go learn something else. And that's pretty much what ADD. You got some symptoms, like I do this weird thing where I flick my fingers and I have to do it twice. But it's very few. Did you see that, boys? Again, if I had ADHD, I could probably talk and drive, but I've got ADD, so I can only focus on one thing. So that was close. I nearly took my hands booty out on that one. The booty was nearly gone. Ooh, driving like a mental. I saw it. That's it. Here we go. So you're getting the T80. I'm going to look that up. I'm not really sure what the T80 is. I know Thrustmaster, of course. And if it is a belt driven, then, you know, that ain't no cheap piece of kit right there. If you ever fancy a drive, you know, you're welcome. Jump in. We'll have a little drive around on the multiplayer. I am going to be doing multiplayer over the next couple of weeks. Okay, I need to slow down here. I wear leather gloves like that when I'm trucking. Makes me feel more immersed. Then, well, these are house gloves. What is house gloves? Say something. House gloves are something just for British. I think British, like, because I'm like from London. I grew up with like a long line of like market stall cab drivers, you know, and in the winter they're always in gloves. You know, bricklayers, they're always in gloves. So I sort of have house gloves, which I don't wear out. I don't take them in the toilet with me. They basically are just there to be sort of a winter. I don't know. I just sort of got into the habit of wearing them in the winter. So I'm comfortable in them. They keep my hands warm regardless. I mean, it's really hot in my house right now. I've got heating on, but yeah, house gloves are a funny one. I didn't do it because I'm driving. I did it because I do it anyway. I edit in these, you know. I won't eat in them. I won't go toilet, and I won't take them out the house. I have separate gloves for, you know, other things, but I'm not really a germaphobe or anything. I just like gloves. I feel like they are comfortable, and they do actually, you're probably right, they do enhance the driving experience, which is weird because it wasn't why I got them. You know, I got them because they were on sale on Amazon for £5. So 3 pairs for £5, yes please. 3 pairs for £5. Ooh, careful. I was on meds. Hang on, I gotta read this because I've never been on meds. I was on meds as a kid, but my mum took me off them, then said she liked me better off the meds. Yeah, I mean, some meds will make you a bit of a zombie, right? Like, I know the is it ADHD? Like, everyone and their grandma says their kid's got ADHD because they can't fucking train them properly, or, you know, like, they can't make their kid behave because they're a fucking shit parent. And then they go, oh, he's got ADHD because I can't do nothing with him. It's fucking lazy. And 90% of these people are fat, ugly fucking tramp trolls that have no business having kids in the first place. I digress. ADD's kicking in. So I would say that ADD doesn't need medication. It is really nice to have ADD, in my opinion. And as you get older, it becomes easier. And the things that I do now, I realise why I do some of them, and to understand why you do them helps you realise why they're a superpower. Like, you know, anyone without ADD knows pretty much nothing about anything. The people I speak to, which I call sheeple, they have no conversation with me because I can talk to everyone on every level. I can speak to the unemployed, I can speak to the millionaire, and I have a bunch of stuff in common with them because I've learned so much. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I call it a superpower. I'm always learning. I'm always out for new challenges. I love to start, you know, even a new business, career, job. I love starting new stuff because it keeps me entertained. And that is what the problem with ADD is. You get bored easy, right? You get bored with relationships, you get bored with people, you get bored with gadgets, you get bored with everything. So you're constantly trying to top up your enthusiasm for something. So you need to have something that's constantly changing and evolving that you're interested in. And like I say, gaming, it definitely fills that boot. It keeps my brain from getting too, like, I don't overthink when I'm gaming. I don't like movies sometimes, like I can maybe be a little bit off with a movie because I'm thinking about something else. Like the other night, I didn't sleep till 3 in the morning because I was up just thinking about everything. And that's a problem with ADD, right? It keeps you up at night thinking about crap that you don't even, it wasn't even that interesting. It wasn't really problems. It was just stuff, you know, random shit that just kept popping in my brain and not allowing me to sleep. So having something like this, you know, and an energy drink and good company, it just centers me so well. So I'll be a gamer till I die. I've always been a gamer. I've been a gamer since probably 4 years old. I love the art of it. You know, this is art. Whether you think it's art or not, you know, there's fors and against in the argument. But to me, anyone who sits down and creates something from nothing, and that something has a shade and a color and a palette added to it, it has to be art, because that is what art is. So yeah, I appreciate a lot of video games just based on their visual looks. You know, their artwork and how they play out is just a bonus, you know. I'll tell you what I don't see in this game: police chases. I never see anyone whiz past with a copper behind them. That would be awesome, you know, being chased by the one time. That would be a cool thing to see. Okay, we've got a nice straight road. I'm back in the chat. Sorry if I waffle too much. Whee! I think your mum was right to take you off the meds. I don't think meds are a good idea. Again, ADD is not a problem to be solved. ADHD might be. Again, I've never had it, so I can't judge it. But what I do judge is that the doctors say that there's only 1% of genuine cases. So if it's only 1%, then what are the other 99% of people doing? Not being able to control or raise their kids properly because there's no father figure around, possibly, in 50% of those 99% cases. Because their mum is a nightmare, possibly. Let's go there. So yeah, ADHD is one of those things that bad parents like to use as a safeguard to keep their self out of the firing line and their parenting skills tucked away because they ain't got none. Too busy on TikTok scrolling. Yeah, let me slow my roll before I crash. Fat bitches, superpower. That's it. It is a superpower. It's my story and I'm sticking to it. If I didn't think I had superpower, or if I don't think I was good at what I do, I mean, you know, I consider myself now to be pretty decent at making thumbnails on Photoshop. That's something you have to learn. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes resources. You know, you can't just click your fingers one day and say, well, I'm gonna do this, you know, whereas ADD tells you, go do this. And you're like, oh, now I've got to learn all this stuff, you know. I could buy a house and do it up from scratch and renovate the whole thing, all based off of YouTube videos and smarts. I would do it just as good as the tradesman. Yes, I ain't got the years experience. Yes, I might fuff a thing here and now, but I'll go back and fix it, learn from it and get better at it. And eventually I would be doing the same job as them. You know, I've laid carpet, I've been a chippy, I've done truck driving, forklifting, I've done it all. Like, there's not much I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I can wire a plug, I can change a light socket. You know, there's things I can do that comes with age, time, and again, the attention to detail. You know, I've met 50-year-olds that know fuck all, and I don't know how they get through life like that. And because to me, everything's got to be specifically done, you know. And I do wind people up around me because of it, you know. I have a really good memory when it comes to what people say. So if someone says something or does something, it never goes. And they think I hold grudges. It's not that. It's just I don't forget. So when you want to pretend that you're a nice guy and you're actually a pillock, I've seen you be a pillock. I know you're a pillock. So why are you trying to pretend you're a nice guy, you know? It just is going to resonate in my brain and tell me, don't let that person say that. Don't let them get away with that. Because 6 months ago, they were a pillock. So unfortunately, you call them on it and then don't like it. So having friends is tough with ADD for sure, especially ones that are not good for you. You've got to find good people, surround yourself with good people, become zen, and everything else falls in place. Which I like to think we managed to do. Alright, here we go. Ooh, that was smooth, baby, that was smooth. I didn't mount the curb there because that car was there. But, you know, there's no rule against mounting the curb if there's no pedestrians on it. I am carrying a wide load, that's what she said. Here we go, baby, here we go. Check out Twitch chat, new chatters. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, we've reached our destination. I'm going to put my phone down for 2 seconds. Here we go. I'm going to indicate. Hopefully they open the gate. We had this problem the other day where the gate didn't open until we were basically kissing it. There you go. We made the mistake of trying to drive round, do you remember, and actually changing what we were doing. Alright, we're in. Ooh, that's kind of tough. That's tough. Let me go back. Now I'm going to head this way a little bit more. Whee, and pull it in. Come on, son, get that wheel in. Yeah, I'm going to say that's in. There's no damage caused. They didn't see it, right? Okay, what's it going to offer us today? Where's me enter button? We've got 90 for a park. Let's do a park because we haven't done a park in a while. We're coming up for 4 o'clock. That's almost finished time, so we'll put some difficulty in it. Plus I could do with the extra 90 XP at this early game. Proceed to the unloading area, which is the other side of this place. So I appreciate everybody who's come in live and had a chat today. Thank you for your time, and those over on YouTube side of things, thank you for your viewership. Everyone who's there is counting towards the watch time. Where does it want me? I'm going to drive around and have a look because I'm not 100% sure. It's dark. Can't barely see anything. Let's take a look. See where I can dump these cardboard boxes off, eh? Oh, where in the world? Ah. Okay, so this isn't that hard actually. So if we put it in reverse, let's take a look. Yeah, look, so it just wants me to reverse into there. So if we can get our booty back where we was. Put full lock on that one, bring it round. Now what I'm going to do, here we go, is we are going to head forward, point at the back of this truck here, and we're not starting off from a straight position, which isn't great, but we'll figure it out. Right, there we go. First off, get the angle pointing in that direction. What would be nice is an overhead camera. I know there is one, because there's one on Euro. But again, Euro, you sort of hit that button, it flicks through all the camera views. But what I've got mine set to, it doesn't. And this is out the box, remember. I'm going to put a nice arc on that and bring it round slowly. Again, the camera's a little bit shaky, so I can't see unless I do that. Okay, we want to bring this back. We've overshot it. I reckon we'll get that in. I'm going to go in from like this angle. It's going to be a bit tight, but we'll get it. I'm going to full lock my arse around. It might be a bit too tight actually. I don't know actually. What do you reckon? Let's have a look. I reckon we'll get that. Going to be off. Let me go forward a bit. Alright, and then stop. Again, this camera is awful. If I had to say anything about this game that I dislike, it's the reverse camera. It doesn't move with you. No, it's not going to go. We've played some of these games that are seriously good with reversing. This one is not. Like, feels like a game rather than an actual thing. Alright, here we go. Straighten up my wheels and backwards. Okay, here we go. I would say that's pretty much on point. Again, maybe not. Never know. I'm definitely not going to hit anything on the inside, so what I'm doing is just tilting a little bit here, a little bit there, making sure that, again, I've got to be 100% sure this is where I want to go. There we go, full lock. Ooh, that was close. This automatic gearbox is not good for me either. I like gears. I know what gear I'm in. I'm going to nip that in and then bring it back. Now I can't see, so I'm going to hit the handbrake, right? Now if you look at that camera angle, we did well because we had the camera where we wanted it for that maneuver, but it doesn't move round with you. So now we need to go like here, and you can see my wheel's going to hit, but we are almost there, and it is just literally keep micro moving the camera, and I would use the handbrake just to keep it in line. But in a real world scenario, in other games as well, they have better camera movements. I don't want to skip. Why is it telling me to skip? I want to go for it. Here we go. They have better camera movements that allow you to adjust and the camera moves with you. There you go. So we're kind of in, right? Like, it's not perfect by any means. We are on the pish, but we're in. So now all we have to do is hit T, undo the coupling, and we are done. So yeah, parking's iffy in American Truck Simulator. I find it easier and better in Euro. If you have both, you'll probably agree or disagree depending on your preference. If there's an easier way to get the camera to maybe move with us, if there's an auto camera, or maybe even I've got to go through and look because I don't have enough buttons here at the moment to have different camera angles where you can look down on yourself. It's so much easier when you can look down on yourself. It's something that truck drivers and, like myself, tug drivers don't have in real life. But if you could look from above, it's so much easier to steer and get in. So yeah, we got excellent. We are pretty much level 8. I thought we'd hit level 8, but we're about, what, minuscule distance from level 8. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody who joined us live today. Thank you for the guys over on YouTube. Thank you for the guys over on Twitch. This is the first of the series, so we're going to continue to get better, perfect our parking, you know, see some more places in America, and just keep on producing content that you guys want to see. We've got the drunk American truck, we've got the drunk Euro truck coming, we've got the cosplays coming, so just, yeah, loads of content planned ahead. And again, button boxes and handbrakes and other stuff coming over the next couple of months. I'm modifying my G29 gear stick to have a longer thread, and it's going to have a more realistic, let's say, knobble on the end, and it's going to be very custom. And I'm going to show everyone my rig and all of that stuff as time goes on. I've got LEDs on it, and it's a pretty cool rig. And again, I would like to upgrade my pedals, because obviously the G29 pedals are not the best, but they do the job. So while they're doing the job, I'm not overly rushed in it. But there are some changes coming. The camera's my first upgrade, I think, that I want to spend money on after the button box, because the button box is definite, so we can have more options in the game allocated to different macros. That all being said, that's all caught up for you guys, those are watching on Rerun, just keeping you caught up to speed. Tomorrow we're back with a brand new racing game. PS5, we're doing City Driver for the first time, and we're doing the Tourist Bus as well. So another bus simulator for you guys who enjoy the bus simulator clips over on YouTube. They did very well. My biggest clip at the moment is about 9,000 views, which is ridiculous. I've never seen that in any of my clips. So, you know, again, concentrate where your strengths are and forget about your weaknesses, and that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, PS5 tomorrow, which is a new one. So it'd be interesting to see how the G29 performs with PS5 games in general, especially simulator games. And if it does perform well, maybe, you know, purchase when they're on sale some, you know, versions of these games over on the PS5 and see if there's any differences. You know, see how the graphics hold up, see how the simulation experience is, because I don't play a lot of PS5 simulator games ever. So it'd be nice to actually take a delve and actually get the dust off of my PS5 and see what it can do. I'm pretty predominantly a PC player, so, but this thing, literally, I just unplug the USB from the PC, plug it into the PS5, and it just auto configures and away I go, which is really, really handy. But it is, I guess, limited to PS4. It does work with PS5, but it is a PS4 controller, essentially. So the new Logitech is, you know, guaranteed for PS5, but this does work. So I don't know how far the compatibility goes and what games it works with, but I am told that I should be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. So join us tomorrow, 1 p.m. We're now 4 p.m., so 3 hours prior to now, if you are on any European or American times. That all being said, I had a blast today. I enjoy this game every time. It's such a good game. And I intend to run this series probably for a 10-part series, I would imagine. So as long as you guys keep hitting the like and keep watching that watch time, then I'll keep making it, because you know, I get my stats every week and I just look at what's popping, and that's what we do. So American Truck Simulator is something you guys like, something I like, so we have that in common, and we're just going to keep trucking on. So until next time, peace out, look after yourselves, look after your ma, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. There you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me today. Bubs, you've been amazing. Thank you for the clips. Thank you for hanging out. Bubs is a mod for those who are curious. Philip, he's over here now. I didn't know you was in here at all. You haven't been in my Twitch at all. You got some problem with Twitch? Are you being racialist to Twitch? You just woke up or something? You're up late. 4 o'clock. Damn, he came in at 4. Bro, he's like peeking on me. To be fair, the watch time on YouTube is more valuable than the watch time on Twitch. To be fair, overall, it's definitely where you want to get your viewers. So I appreciate that, Phil. But we are now bouncing, man. We are back tomorrow. We've got PS5, so you have a PS5. So you might be interested to see how the simulator games work on that. We're coming back at 1 p.m. We're going to be hanging out, chilling, chillaxing, relaxing. We'll start at 1. We end at, I think, about 5 or 6 tomorrow, depending on how it goes. We took 1 break today. You know, I'm not a fan of breaks, but we took 1 break. Oh. Right, I'm off ski. I'm going to try and get out of my seat. I've been sitting here for 3 or 4 hours. My bum is numb.